guys, we are back. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon. As always, it is so great to see you here. I'm Alex Schultz and welcome to the Overlanding and Off-Road channel. In this first video, I want to tell you a little bit about what you can expect to see here, and I also want to give you a little background about myself and how this channel came about. So, without further ado, let's get to knowing one another. First, a little bit about me. I've been building online companies for about 23 years, and yeah, you can say it's a little bit of a passion of mine. Now, I'm the founder and CEO of Photography Talk, which has grown to become one of the largest online communities of photographers in the world. Before that, I launched a company called Smoke and Vet, which at the time was the largest privately owned Corvette community on the planet. And now I'm going back to my roots with cars, camping, overlanding off-road with this channel. And you might be wondering, why am I starting a new venture right now? Well, for starters, I grew up in upstate New York where I frequently went camping, exploring, hiking, fishing. Otherwise, I spent a lot of time outdoors. Guys, those were some really good memories, being out in nature with my family and really enjoying the fresh air and the sunshine. But sadly, in my adult life, I've spent most of my time in the cities, and I'm currently in the LA Orange County area, so it's way different environment than what I grew up in. Now, I enjoy traveling, but because of COVID pandemic, lots of folks, including myself, have been forced from their normal worldly travels. Now, instead of traveling places like Turkey, Norway, Mexico, like I did before the pandemic, I'm now exploring areas in my own backyard. Rather than flying, well, I'm driving. Rather than staying in hotels, yeah, you guessed it, I'm camping. All of that has sparked the idea for this channel. So if I've been forced back to my roots of outdoorsmanship, why not bring you guys along for the ride? After all, I imagine your usual travel plans have been blown up as well. You might be looking for ways to get away from the world while also being able to practice social distancing. If you ask me, there's no better way than getting off the beaten path and getting out into the wilderness. So let me share with you what I did. I traded in my very family-friendly Volvo SUV and I bought a Jeep Gladiator, a 2020 Jeep Gladiator. Over the last few months, I've made a lot of modifications to this thing, including the suspension, wheels, tires, KC lights, you name it. And there's a lot more mods coming, including a new roof rack that just arrived, and I hope to get that installed this week. Let's keep our fingers crossed on that one. I also picked up, after 6 months of researching, a Turtleback Expedition off-road trailer, which you're going to be introduced to on this channel shortly. Now, this trailer was, guys, it was really purpose-built for off-road and overlanding adventures. It has a kitchen, it has a pantry, fridge, sink, stove, loads of storage, and a hot water heater, solar-powered electrical system, and it has a lot more. On top of the trailer, I have a Toro off-road hardshell tent that gives me a comfortable place to put my head down at night, off the ground, away from predators and, well, whatever the hell may be crawling around down there. Again, you're going to find a full introduction to my setup in future videos. Now, once a month, I head off on an adventure with my Jeep and trailer, and so far I've been to Joshua Tree, Glamis Sand Dunes, and various other locations over the last few months. And if everything works out, I'll be heading to the Eastern Sierras very soon. Now, during these trips, I'll be bringing you along with me. So you can expect to get gear tips, see real-life reviews of gear from out in the field. We're going to talk about off-roading, overlanding. We're going to discuss food, safety, how-to, and how to plan your own trips as well. Basically, my goal is to share my experiences with you, show you what works and, well, what doesn't work, and inspire you to break away from your pandemic bubble and get out there and explore. I'll draw not only from my lifetime of experience with cars, trucks, and camping, but also from my 8 years of service in the military. Now, just calling a spade, I'm no Bear Grylls, and I don't claim to be. I'm not going to be climbing on any icy peaks or wrestling salmon out of the clutches of a grizzly. Instead, I'm going to give you practical, real-world advice on all things overlanding and off-roading. It's a journey I look forward to taking, and I hope you come along for the ride. So this is the part of the video where, friend, seeing this is a new channel, I'm going to ask you to do all that YouTube stuff that really does help out the channel. So by hitting that like button down below on this video, also subscribing to the video, and last but not least, kick that bell to be notified, so each time that I come out with a new video, you, my new friend, are notified. And also to expect in the future, we're going to have some giveaways and all sorts of really cool stuff coming around the corner, so you'll definitely want to stay tuned for that. With that said, I really appreciate you joining me here today. I'm going to go jumping out of here. You get out there and find your adventure.